create ourselves from definitions all the time. We define ourselves all the time. And if you desire to change something as it is now, you need to lose your definitions. Where are you defining yourself? That if you let go of your definitions, if you literally lose your definitions and everything that you believe you are, there just may be something even greater available for you. What if there is? What I've started looking at is this energy of like who, what, where, when, why, and how I am. Let's use money as an example, because we all require money in some form or matter, and then we make it a necessity rather than a choice, and money is a choice. I created myself to be pretty much, in my world, it was a bit of a financial mess, okay? Some people might say it wasn't. It was like about 187,000 Australian dollars. When I finally looked at all of my finances and I realized that I was in debt, that's how much it was. But it's more like the energy. It's not actually about the amount of money. And so get that right now. It's like, what if it's not about the amount of money you have in your bank account or you have in your wallet or at home or wherever you stash it? What if it's about the energy? And for me, I was so good at proving I didn't need money. Like I would prove that I could create so much and I didn't need money. Here's the thing, what are you not choosing that you actually enjoy because you've defined what you can have and what you cannot have, right? What you can receive and what you cannot receive. And I was trying desperately to prove myself to everybody around me that I could create like an abundance of everything with no money. And I was trying so desperately to do that. I was disdaining money. I was almost just like aggressively pushing it aside. And as soon as I would get it, I'd be like, where's this got to go? What bills does it have to go to? You know what I mean? Does that sound familiar? It was just like, like, get rid of it. And then I finally went, you know what? I need to look at this. I need to have a look at what this is for me and my money. And I did the antithesis of what I was currently doing because everything I was doing wasn't changing anything. And as I said before, if you want to change something, you need to lose your definitions. And I had all these definitions of who, what, where, when, why, how I was with money. All they were doing was defining me. All they were doing was limiting me. They were not creating anything greater. So when I finally made the demand of myself, and you can demand of you, but you cannot demand of anybody else, and the request of the universe, and I went, okay, everything I've defined myself as with money, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to use these access consciousness tools and I'm going to choose something different. So I did. And I made the demand for 3 months that I would like keep choosing every day. I mean, we say put effort in, but it was more, God, do you know when you have that like that energy in you that you're like, I'm choosing this, I'm choosing this, I'm choosing this, I'm choosing this, not from defining it, from finding out what the fuck else is possible and what is on the other side of this. And that was the demand I had. So as I used the access consciousness tools with money and I like slowly just melted all of the who, what, where, when, why, how I was with money and all the definitions that I was creating as they melted away, and I used these tools. And, you know, it wasn't like I was waking up every day like, woohoo, joyful. I was breaking apart everything I had defined myself as with money. And after 3 months, I remember looking at my like financial reality, and I didn't have this massive amounts of money, but what I did notice is I had an ease. I had this sense of peace, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And you can't define that, like the sense of peace. And by the way, the mantra of access consciousness is all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. And at the moment, I know I'm breaking apart again all of the who, what, where, when, why, how I am. And I've done really well with the defined Simone Milasas, with the defined who I am, what I am, where I am, when I am, why I am, and how I am. And yet, again, it's not enough. So I'm asking to break apart this. And instead of running the mantra of all of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory, this morning I just started with ease. I was like, what if I just actually asked for ease? All of life comes to me with ease. 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 And be with that and sit with that and see, what next. Where are you defining yourself? That if you let go of your definitions, if you literally lose your definitions and everything that you believe you are, there just may be something even greater available for you. What if there is? You know? So if you look at money, look at your finances, who are you with money? What are you with money? Where are you with money? When are you with money? Why are you with money? How are you with money? And what comes up for you? Like, what's the energy that comes up for you? Let's do this with business. So it's like, what definitions are you using to create your business? How many times do we define ourselves during business hours as something in particular? It's like, what definitions are you using in business to, like, based on other people's projections and expectations of you in business? What if there's a different choice available? And this is not about finding the right choice or judging that anything you've been choosing is wrong. It's not. It's really not. It's like, is what you're currently choosing enough for you? And that's what I would like you to have a look at. And again, this is not from lack. It's not from scarcity. It's from, I truly believe there is so much more that's possible for all of us. Like, what if everything that was possible in the world was available upon our request? That, are we requesting it? Are we choosing it? You know? But we refuse to receive all of these different energies and all of these different possibilities. And most of the time, based on A, we don't ask, B, we've already believed that our who, what, where, when, why, how is the definition of us. It doesn't have to be. So, who are you in business? What are you in business? Where are you in business? When are you in business? Why are you in business? And how are you in business? So notice when I ask this, there's these different energies that show up, and you may have something that's cognitive, like literally an answer, or it may just be an energy. But here's the thing: if you're asking to absolutely expand your business and you have all of these definitions, what you then have is this cognitive dissonance. And the dissonance, the two, opposing points of view about the same thing, about you in business and about business, and you have these two opposing points of view, are you actually ever going to receive what the universe has to offer? Receive the possibilities, don't forget, upon your request. I get a big fat no. So what if it was time to change something and lose your definitions? And trust me, it may not be the easiest thing in the world. That's where you need the mantra. All of life comes to me with ease, joy, and glory. Or, as like me today, if you can just only handle ease, ask for ease. You're the one that lives with you. You're the one that wakes up with your body. You're the one that lives with the stress you choose or the stress you don't choose. You're the one that lives with the clothes you wear, the clothes you don't wear, the books you read, the books you don't read, the choices you make, the choices you don't make. Like, it's you. It's you, People can comment and have a point of view about the relationship that you're in, or how lucky you are, or oh, be a bad luck there, whatever. They can have these projections and about you, and yet it's on you. It's on you. So what is it that you would like to choose with everything, with the entirety of your life? So finances, business, let's do bodies. I know for myself personally, it's something I've been looking at recently is I've changed a lot with my body, a lot. You know, a lot over the years, the point of view I have, the judgments I have, the size and shape, the strength, the mobility, all of that. I've changed a lot of different things throughout the years, and yet I still get this energy of, it's almost like sometimes I'm walking my body around like I'm walking a dog on a leash and going, come on, let's go for a walk. Come on, it's time to rest. Come on, it's time to drink water. Come on, it's time to eat. Come on, And I'm like, at the moment, what I'm choosing is to let go of that leash and find out what it's like to be with my body and not control it or force it. So that's what I'm choosing. Great. And I'm being vulnerable here, saying that to you guys as well. So I'm looking at, what have I defined my body as? And I keep asking my body everything from, eating, drinking, moving, sleeping, like whatever. It's like asking my body what it would like to choose and being with that. And let's see what shows up. So who are you with your body? Different energy, see? What are you with your body? Where are you with your body? When are you with your body? Why are you with your body? You chose your body. You chose it. And how are you with your body? I mean, do you wake up with a litany of judgment, or do you wake up super friggin' grateful? Wow. Okay. Let's do sex. Taboo. Like, why aren't you supposed to talk about it? Okay. So look at the definitions that you have around sex. Okay. I mean, how many of you are truly willing to let go? Just be so friggin' vulnerable. Like, it's your body, And it's like, whether you're playing with yourself or playing out, having another body play with you, or you're playing with another body. How vulnerable are you willing to be? So who are you with sex? And I'm pausing deliberately so that you have this like, oof, what are you with sex? Where are you with sex? When are you with sex? Wow, that's got an interesting energy. It's like, how many of you actually define and determine when you have sex rather than allowing it to show up when it shows up? Ooh, why are you with sex? Are you having sex to prove something? Or are you actually enjoying it? And how are you with sex? You could undefine you, undefine what you've currently been choosing. Because is it at all real to you that what you're choosing, you try and control it, you try and get it right, or you've judged that it's wrong? What if we could just let go of all of that? What if there was a different possibility upon request? What if there was something so completely different available? So let's look at relationships. Who are you in relationships? What are you in relationships? Where are you in relationships? When are you in relationships? Why are you in relationships? And how are you in relationships? As you define you in all these different areas of life, and some you may be more undefinable than others, but as you define you, you lock things in and you're like, no, no, this is what it's like. I mean, have you ever had, you're choosing something and maybe a friend or family member go, oh, but you usually wouldn't choose that. Well, what the hell is usually? That's a definition. What if every day was a different day and today is a different day? And if you didn't define yourself as you were yesterday, what would you choose today? So who, what, where, when, why, how are you today? What if you were so friggin' undefinable? What can you choose today that would bring you joy? What can you choose today that would allow all of life to come to you with ease, joy, and glory?